Had 8 players in uniform who at one point played for the Binghamton Devils this year on a non-conditioning stint. 21-year-old Mike McLeod, 21-year-old Nathan Bastian, 24-year-old Connor Carrick comes into the lineup and does well. This is us for the rest of the season, Bryce, right?
Yes, and I welcome it. You know, I want to see what these young kids can do. You always hear those cliches. Oh, when the young kids get a chance, what are we going to see from them? Well, it's not going to be one game and down, or in the first situation for McLeod, he only got 5 minutes the first time. You know, today he had over 14 and a half minutes. He was over 69% in the face-off circle, which I wanted to see. His first time up, he was 1 for 5, only 17%. So a dramatic improvement there. So when you have a kid like that, you know, he's going to get a look. He needs to come in now and seize this opportunity, win those important face-offs, be physical, be a leader as a centerman. You got to break out. In the first period, I really thought that the exit from the defensive zone from the Devils was spot on. They were out, and that's why they got the lead there. They were clean in the first period. In the second period, we started seeing Montreal, you know, come. But look, you got to be gritty. You got to be physical, Dan, like you always say. And you got to continue to show that you can own the face-off circle here, win those important face-offs, because it's not going to get easier against some of the teams you got coming up.
So important to have control of the puck. We know that. He was good in the circle, and you hope moving forward he makes some plays. I thought he had a strong game, though, for the most part, and got involved. And Bastian, I really thought had an impact. Bryce, he plays within himself. He's a big kid. We know it. He can play a physical style. He's always got to go in on the forecheck, but he has nice hands around the net. They're a good forecheck. I love this play. Gets to the point, spins off of Shea Weber, gets right to the front of the net, and a terrific redirection down between the legs of Carey Price. So those are the elements he brings. They bring a different dynamic to this Devils team. We've always talked about them not physical enough, small up front. Well, these guys are big, strong guys that are difficult to play against. Now, it's one game. They acquitted themselves well, I should say, Bryce, but they've got to bring it. And when you have that next night and the next night and show consistency that they belong in the National Hockey League, when you have that internal competition, we hear Coach Hines talk about it a lot, as well as General Manager Ray Shero, it makes your organization better. You want depth guys. You want guys that, with all the injuries and whatnot, you need 28 players that can play in the National Hockey League, even if they're down for stints in the American Hockey League, Bryce, but it makes your organization that much better, that much stronger when you have that competition. These young kids finally look like, you know, they have some National Hockey League ability.
And they're going to get a look. They're going to get a look, guys, right? So that's, I think, what's important, too, for them is that, hey, you know what? I know it's not just going to be one game. I come in, I'm going to get a chance. And I think that's really important as well.
Kind of like when you said at the start of the season, you get in the lineup and all of a sudden, you know, every play, every shift's important. You don't quite have the confidence of your coach yet. You're just getting a look, and you play tentative. Now you're absolutely right, Bryce. I think it's a great point. They're going to go and play and say, this is my chance to really impress management, the coaching staff, that I can play in the National Hockey League. And you're playing against teams that are desperate, like the Montreal Canadiens, so you really can see what they do under pressure as well.